Don't mind the rough rocks. That sandy silt on a steep grade is very, very slick. My shoes are starting to fall apart. My tread's very worn on the bottom, so. No thanks, I'll take the inside lane. Just wanted to show some of the avalanche damage. I haven't videoed a lot of this, but there has been quite a bit of it. But this is quite extensive. I was gonna say I'm still heading down, but it's just crazy to see all these giant trees laying around like matchsticks. Day 32. It's about 2 in the afternoon. I'm 6 miles from Highway 550, which will be my access to Silverton. I think it's 2 miles of trail like this, and then the last 4 miles is going to be a climb, but it's not that bad. It's like 2,000 feet and 4 miles or something like that. It's not bad at all. So that'll be 16 for the day. So there's no reason why I shouldn't be at the highway by 5. So I'm hoping that means there'll be lots of traffic, and I should have a better chance of getting a hotel room during the weekday. So yeah, hopeful. And as long as I have battery and space, I'm gonna keep shooting this because this is pretty. Didn't realize until we, well, like I said, I'm just gonna say that. But it was until I got down under tree line until I realized how nice it is to have trees again. It kind of kind of passed my mind. I hadn't really seen trees in a while. Even when you came down, it was just some of the lower passes. Alright, I think that's about enough of that. See ya! Okay, what's going on, everybody? What's going on? I believe this is day 34. It's August 17th. It's Saturday. So just left out of Silverton. Went into Silverton Thursday night. Took a 0 yesterday on Friday. Overall, it was okay. It was pretty cool. The hostel was okay. There was a little bit of a misunderstanding this morning on the shuttle because there was 4 of us and 2 people needed to get dropped off at the campground, and me and another guy, we needed to get dropped off at the trailhead. And right before we left, the lady running the hostel said that she wasn't going to drop us off separately, so she just dropped all of us off at the campground, and then we had to walk like 7/10 of a mile up the highway. It just wasn't a very good excuse. She could have easily just dropped us off and then turned around and dropped the girls off on their way back. So whatever, it's not the end of the world. Ended up doing 19.1, so I'm at mile marker 430.2, which leaves me about 55 miles to the end. So that's 3 manageable days, like 3 18s. So I haven't even looked at the book to see what elevation is going to be like. It doesn't really matter at this point, but it's about 6:45. So it was good. Like, first day out of town, I wasn't feeling it this morning. I was really sluggish. I didn't sleep very well, so I'm really hoping I sleep good tonight. Yeah, both nights in Silverton, I don't know. Something about sleeping in a bunkhouse. It makes it really, really hard to get good rest. Passed some water 2/10 of a mile ago. Got the water from a dribble coming through moss, but I know if it's going through moss, it's super clean. So packed out like 3 liters of water and then found this campsite and set up on it. So I'm looking forward to cooking my dinner and then settling in. There just wasn't a lot to see today. Not that there weren't views, because there always are, you're in the mountains, but yeah, it just wasn't as spectacular, and I just wasn't feeling it. I was really like groggy today, so, but sometimes that's what it's like when you're coming out of town. So all right, that'll do it. See ya! Hey, how's everybody doing? It's I think it's day 35. It's 2 o'clock. I'm getting ready to take my hour-long break, which is how I've been doing it. I'm gonna be setting up my my tent, or at least the screen, because there aren't mosquitoes, but there's so many flies, and they're just constantly landing on you. So I'm gonna take a long break. There's a long dry gap. It's like another 13 miles before there's another water. The other reason why I wanted to film this real quick is I got some trail magic. Yes! So there was just a beer sitting on the post, no sign, no nothing, and it's still cold. So it was sitting in the sun. So it must have been, somebody just must have left it. So yeah, I'm excited. So I am definitely going to enjoy this, but I'm going to put up my screen so I can relax without being tortured by the flies. So, all right, take it easy. See ya! This is day 35. It's about 4:30 in the afternoon. there is a biker behind me. He was behind me as I was going up, but honestly, if it comes to a flat out race, as long as it's a climb, I'm gonna beat a bike to the top, at least most of the time. I couldn't catch this one dude yesterday, but there was like 12 bikers and I passed all of them except for one. And I don't know how far in front of me he was, so, but really I have the advantage, especially if you do it strategically and you attack the sharp climbs. I'm sure there's going to be somebody out there that's riding a bike just screaming his head off right now, but I'm just telling you what's been going on out here. So I'm sure you could blow the doors off of me. I feel like maybe I've seen the last of the big mountains, which is a little sad, but maybe not. Maybe there's a couple more big ones coming. I haven't really looked. Still got to be at least 45 miles to go, so this is a very pleasant trail. On the whole, the entire trail has been extremely well manicured. I mean, except for the avalanche damage, and even then, I mean, you can tell the effort that went in just to make it that passable. It's to be commended. Okay, forget what I said about no more mountains. Looks like there's a couple big ones over there. Oh, show. Day 35, it's about 8:10, got dinner cooked. Ended up going a little over 21. It was a super easy 21 today. It was just kind of got up and then stayed in like the same 500-foot range all day. So it was like all very gentle slopes. So it was kind of easy to keep ahead of steam. And I took a bunch of breaks today. I took a long break this afternoon. Felt really fresh. I started to get frustrated about 6 o'clock because I was looking for a campsite and I couldn't find one yet. But I just took a short break and then, got my backpack back on, was freshened up a little bit, and then found this perfect campsite. And so now I'm set up on a completely flat bed of pine needles with no deadfalls around. Got a good fire going. I got to cook my dinner on it, so I didn't have to waste any fuel, although I guess that would make me lighter, so maybe that's a disadvantage. But I do like cooking over a fire. And it's stovetop stuffing with mashed potatoes and a packet of ramen flavoring chicken, about probably a 1/4 pound of cheddar cheese and half a stick of butter with salt and pepper. So that's how you do it up. All right, I'm about to chow down. It's a great day. I should have about 35 miles left, so we'll see how much I do tomorrow. It's Sunday, so I should get to Durango Tuesday. So yeah, it's wild. I can't believe it's almost over already. It seems like it's almost too short. So yeah, all right. See ya! Day 36. It's about 11 o'clock in the morning. You can kind of see where the trail's going up the face of that hill. You can see the switchbacks. So we'll be going up and over that, and then way over there, but you can kind of see where the trail is way up there. Just trying to remember to film as much as possible. It's hard to kind of stay in the moment and savor what's left of the hike, because thoughts of what I need to do after the hike is over are already starting to try and crash in. So I'm really trying to just stay in the present, which makes it hard to try and record things. If you're trying to enjoy them in the moment, you want to see them with your eyes first, not with a camera. So, but if the book is to be believed, there are 2 summits I'm going to go over today, and I'll film both of those. We have a face-off. What's up, buddy? What do you want to do? I'm gonna need to get through there. I hate to put you out. Excuse me, sir. Excuse me, sir. All right. Well, I didn't want it to come to that. All right. Crazy marmots. Day 36. About 2 in the afternoon. Starting a long downgrade. But this place is pretty cool. Kind of reminds me of Zion a lot. These rocks are a little dicey. Stop here and pan up a little bit. It's about 7:30, and I have put myself in a position where I'm going to be hiking late. I thought I would be able to find camping by now. I have 3 liters of water, and I'm ready to camp anytime, but I just went past the spot, but there were already 2 people there, and it was all full, so. And I didn't really want to squeeze in on my last night. Yeah, right now I'm right at 10 miles to Durango, which means that I'm pretty close, or at least ballpark, to about 25 miles today. Not 100% sure how I got that far. I mean, without knowing that I was getting that close. Water was a big thing today. And then just a massive downgrade. I mean, it went on for miles. But because of the water situation, I was forced to take my late afternoon break later. So I took a break basically from 4 to 5, and then I started hiking again about 5:15. And man, can't walk and talk at the same time. But I felt great, and I felt strong all day today. Of course, you know, it's because I'm going to finish tomorrow, so I'm sure that's part of it, but I didn't really mean to leave myself less than 10 miles going in. So basically, just looking for a place to camp. That I'm trying to just kind of soak it in. This will be my last night in the woods on the Colorado Trail, so at least this trip. Like I said before, I'd definitely do it again, but I would absolutely bring a partner. I've already passed the very last climb. It is quite honestly all downhill from here, like the next 10 miles. So hopefully it's a nice easy grade, and looks like there's a flatter part coming up here. Maybe I'll get lucky and find a spot. I would like to start cooking my dinner before it gets too dark, and I'd also like to have a fire if possible. So all right, I think that's about enough of me. All right, see ya. Good morning. It is day 37, the last day. It's about 8:15. I just got on trail not too long ago. I was up pretty early, but I was just being lazy. It's my last day. I'm kind of finishing this thing up the way you're supposed to. I don't have a drop of food left. No snacks. That's not a big deal. It should be 8.7 miles, something like that. It's all downhill, so if I really open it up, I could probably be there in about 2.5 hours. My pack is crazy light because I have no food. I'm not carrying any water, and really, I carry a lot of stuff that takes up a lot of space, but it doesn't weigh that much. So normally the vast majority of my weight comes from my food. Just trying to soak it in. It's been a great hike. It almost doesn't seem real to be over this soon, but that's obviously in comparison to the AT, where I was out there for 6 months. Yeah, it just feels like my body I'm just starting to reach my stride. I almost feel like if I turn around and went back, I could do it in 25 days. But, you know, obviously you have the added experience. So I'm just hoping that this will transfer over to whatever my next adventure is. I'm going to turn this around and just film a little bit of this trail. And I might talk, I might not. Not sure yet. I'm kind of in a weird mood. Somewhere between excited and sad. Because part of me sees the finish line and wants to get there, and the other part of me wants to slow down and just enjoy the moment. So I don't think I'll ever get tired of aspens. They're beautiful trees. Of course, if you haven't figured out by now, I am what my kids like to call super gay for trees. So I'm okay with that. It's true. It's just not something I ever see in Texas. Man. And that's a big old pine tree right there. think I just like the contrast of the colors of the aspen. The white bark is in the straight lines. You just don't see that many straight lines in nature. And then you come into these forests and the pine trees are straight, the aspens are straight. It's pretty wild. I'm used to seeing everything all twisted and gnarled up, fighting the weather, the elements. Alright, I think that's about enough for now. See ya! Hey, it's getting really close to the end now, so I just wanted to do this real quick. It's starting to get really crowded. There's a lot of day hikers and bikers and joggers and all kinds of stuff, so it's probably not going to be a very personal moment at the sign, but wow, what a trail. Just some final thoughts. Incredible trail, incredibly well maintained. All the hostels are spectacular. I mean, with the exception of occasional weather, it was fantastic. So I don't, if you're looking for a good hike and you don't want to go for 6 months, but only 5 or 6 weeks, this has got to be a no-brainer. So I hope everybody does it. And I hope everybody's enjoyed watching his videos that are hopefully masterfully edited by my daughter, because I don't know how to do any of that. So hopefully she finds a way to make me look good, or at least slightly entertaining. So, all right, I'll see you at the finish line.